Adam, have you talked to your DBs about leaving your running backs alone? I mean, it seems like twice now that gotten dinged up from a hit.
Yeah, I mean, it's football. Happens. I mean, that's why they got pads on.
What, do you have an update on Kenny?
No, I haven't even. I just swung by real quick to see Lippett, and I haven't seen Kenny yet.
With Julius Thomas, do you think that this is a one-day
Yeah.
deal?
Yeah, he should be all right. Had back tighten up. We had a couple guys' backs tighten up, so we're just a little precautionary. Some of our veteran guys.
With Xavier Howard, what have you noticed about him? What areas has he grown since last season?
I think his confidence is really the number one thing I've noticed, where he's recognizing certain formations, route stems, things that when you're a rookie you're just trying to figure out what you actually have to do. And now he's been able to take that next step and helps him really tighten up the coverage and jump a few routes every once in a while. And, that's kind of the progression that you want young DBs to go through, to where once they have a really good feel of what their job responsibility is, being able to play the route concept very tight.
As far as progression for him, I guess health would be number one, but after that, what do you want to see from Xavier?
I think it's just to keep expanding on what he's been doing. We see a lot of good things in practice. We see tight coverage, which is really hard to throw the ball on him. I just want it to transfer over to the game. He's just got to trust his training and what he's been doing every day, and then when we get in the game and he sees the same thing, I want him to play the same.
Adam, one weekend, where is Jay Cutler's progression at this point, and what do you want to see from him at this very early stage?
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty much got the offense down. It's just more about just timing. It's more mental, just kind of that feel of, when to turn the ball loose, getting used to the receivers, the D-line rushing. I mean, it's a good D-line to get used to getting in your face a little bit. It's happening fast, so it's probably going to be good for him at the end of the day when we start playing some other teams that, our D-line is tough to go against. I mean, they get back there quick.
Do you have a feel for where they're going to play Thursday?
Yeah, I'm trending in the area of yes, but we'll see what happens the next few days.
Are you feeling good with the routine you're getting into with Pouncey?
Yeah, I mean, every time I see him that he's out there, I can see how excited he's getting. I just want him to follow what our plan is. I don't want him to try to sneak in like 2 extra reps, or because you guys have been around him long enough to know he's not one for just standing on the sidelines and watching. And he likes being out there, and he wants to keep getting better. And I just think just stay on track with what we're doing. I think that he's followed that, to the exact, detail that they got planned for him. And if he keeps doing that, I think we'll have good results.
Is it unlikely that he will participate Thursday?
Yeah, you know what? I can't say that. I still haven't had that conversation with him. I know at some point we want to get him out in one of these preseason games. So, and it's more he wanted to do it, just because that's that final step for him. And I'm not sure if it's this week or next. So, I'll start having those conversations here in the next day or so.
What do you believe or hope will be the identity of your defense this year?
I believe we're going to be a defense that's going to be tough, relentless. The one thing that I would say that I want to see us do more is get our hands on balls and, get balls out, get turnover, turnover opportunistic defense. And, I feel like we've done a lot of good things. We're playing on tight coverage in practice. We're making it really hard on the wide receivers. I do feel like that front can cause a lot of problems. And the linebackers, the way that they run right now, and kind of what I'm seeing between Kiko and Timmons, we give them some opportunities. They have, they got great ball skills. They have great ball skills for linebackers, and if we can get some more picks and fumbles, I mean, that's really what I'd love to see us kind of really take off on.
With the secondary, we haven't really seen. There's usually especially in games where there's a breakdown, where receivers are running free downfield. We haven't seen that many breakdowns. Is it just chemistry developing, or is it you're not calling for those plays?
I think that second year in the system, because just remember when you first come in, a lot of the concepts are all the same. It's just that terminology and the words you're using for certain calls in the back end. You're thinking, and that's when you have those kind of busts. And I think year 2 in the system, these guys have been together longer than we've been here, and I think they picked it up, and now we're getting, consistent communication. We're not having those type of breakdowns. We're not just having free runners. I mean, we have to work to whether the receiver has to or tight end has to get open on their own, or if we pop a guy free, we really had to do something to kind of almost fool him up in that linebacker safety area to pop a guy free. So, and it doesn't happen a lot. And then I think it's just that continuity of the system staying intact and guys understand what their job is.
How much growth have you seen from this time last year to this year from Duarte?
Once again, it's a year 1 to year 2. When you see the same thing over and over again, this is like the 7th time he's seen like the install, you get it. You start to be able to kind of visualize it, know what it looks like on a piece of paper, but now you got to go do it, and you see more and more looks every day. One day it's middle field open, one day it's middle field closed, one day it's man. So, I mean, you just keep banking those type of coverages in your brain, and then next time you see it, you know exactly what you should do, and it's just that's experience for you.
Still just 3rd in yards per catch last year in the league. Obviously, you went up the attempts that might go down. Is there a fine line between getting the ball more or using them as that home run hitter?
I just think the ball finds guys that just run hard, and anytime in my experience, anytime I've tried to get a guy a ball or get a guy involved, it usually doesn't work out right. So we just keep telling our guys, let's just get 5 guys running as hard as they can, do your job, and the ball will find you.
How did Matt Burke's first try at calling plays go the other night?
I thought it was smooth. I mean, he was, VJ kept him heavily involved last year. I felt like he just kind of, like he had done it before. Just didn't seem like a problem for him. And, his energy level, positivity, kind of the way that he can think and correct, I think it was good for our guys. It was first time out with those guys, but, they're all trying to get used to each other, and it'll happen fast.
With the offensive line, what's your number? What's your magic number in terms of where your comfort level is? How many guys you think you need on 53 to take into a game?
Yeah, I'm not there yet. I mean, we'll see. I mean, it'll probably be different than last year. I mean, I'm assuming we'll probably have some pieces move around just because some guys surprised us a little bit in some other areas. So we have to figure out how do we keep certain guys, and maybe look a little different. We probably have to be smart because how much is Pouncey going to practice, and that it trickles down. So I know Mike and Chris are already kind of working at that area. They've let me kind of stay focused on what my job is right now, and that's practice and corrections and working with the coaching staff, and they handle personnel side right now. And when we get to that point, we can make some decisions.
All right, guys. Thank you.